Leland Kinsey was born and raised on a farm in Vermont's Northeast Kingdom, where his ancestors settled in the early 1800s. He conducted writing workshops for the Vermont Arts Council and the Children's Literacy Foundation at over 100 schools in Vermont and New Hampshire. Leland has worked as a farmhand, printer, and horse trainer, and taught courses at Elder Hostel in writing, birding, astronomy, and canoeing. He published 7 collections of poetry, including In the Rain Shadow, Sledding on Hospital Hill, The Immigrant's Contract, Winter Ready, and Galvanized, his new and selected poems. He died in 2016. Surviving Bulls by Leland Kinsey. The whitewashed walls were smeared with blood the day the bull rampaged inside the barn after escaping from its pen. My father gave my brother and me each a stout stick to block exits and hoped we didn't have to use them as he beat the bull around the stable floor, bloodied its nose, dented his ribs as the bull had done to my mother when it pinned her to the ground in the pasture and rolled and butted her about. He'd then gone in the barn with the cows, and she managed to crawl beyond the fence where we found her sitting when we came home from the fields. I once had a young Jersey bull turn on me in the muddy barnyard. He came from the side, lowered his horns, and bowled me over cleanly, and 2 or 3 of his feet tromped me into the mud. I struggled up, and he turned to come again. I pulled a fence post from the ground and laid it hard right on his crown. He went down to his knees, recovered, and fled to the woods, with me in pursuit, and not until a half-mile in did I notice I still carried the heavy post. A full-grown Holstein bull charged me once with no chance for escape. I jumped slightly as he hit, wrapped my legs around his nose, my arms around his neck, and gave a twist that took him down heavily, but not much on me, and stunned him enough to give me time to run. My brother, not so lucky, was rumpled good by the same bull in an open field, held at the chest by the bull's head as the bull spun round, then backed up for more. But my brother sprung behind a lone utility pole, and after a short savage dance, the bull walked off, and my brother, breathing painfully, walked home. The snap once broke on the nose ring pole as my father led an Ayrshire bull to breed. In the light enclosure, the bull knocked my father about and down like a skittle peg, but he rolled under a high enough board and got away with a bruised leg and an unwanted lesson in maintenance. My father had taken nothing out on that bull, but this day he gave the bull who knocked my mother down a hard and useless lesson. After it all, he called the commission sales to come and get the bull while it still stood, and gave my swollen black and blue mother the check to cash and spend in town, but she just put it by.